he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
You make me happy. Thank y'all for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I am Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I'm Terry Ricardo DeShazo the second. What's good, baby?
Not much, brother. Long break. Had Thanksgiving in between. Got to finally have a day or two off work.
Hell yeah.
How'd your Thanksgiving go, man?
All good, man. Visit with the in-laws and my parents. We all met together, ate some good-ass food. It's
awesome.
Good time. Drank
What was the best dish? What was the best item out of the whole spread?
Smoked turkey, bro.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
Smoked that thing for about 6 hours. That shit was fire. Absolute fire. What about you? And, of course, stuffing. Stuffing's always good.
I did like a little 7-pound prime rib.
Oh, no turkey?
Yeah. No turkey this year, man. We're moving on up to the east side.
Easy. Who'd you do it with?
It was just T and my mom for 7 pounds of prime rib.
Just y'all three? Just chilling?
Yeah, just the three of us. I still got one slice left yet to eat, man. I've been eating prime rib all week long, dog.
Nah, I feel that. 7 pounds of meat. You got to do something with it.
That bitch was juicy.
Nah, I feel you on that. That sounds delicious, man. Shit, but let's get straight into it, bro. A lot of weird shit coming in the sports world.
Yeah, man. We got some juicy news down here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I don't know if it's juicy, but go ahead.
They are finally giving the people of Charlotte what they want. After 11 games, David Tepper has fired Frank Reich. Not even 2/3 of a season into a 6-year deal.
Yeah.
Worth $70-something million. Even Bobby Petrino lasted 13 games for the Falcons before he quit and Michael Vick went to prison. I don't even know what to say about the Carolina Panthers. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel for this franchise? Because they hired a old dude out of college. Why can't I remember his last name?
Oh, Matt Rule.
Matt Rule hired him out of college, gave him a 7-year deal, fired him 3 years into the deal. Then they replace him with Frank Reich, give him a 6-year deal, fire him 11 games into it.
They gave him a 6-year deal?
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Then at the firing press conference, David Tepper mentions that we were going to take C.J. Stroud until Frank Reich changed his mind. We were originally planning to go for the number 2 pick, and then Frank was like, we need to get up to number 1 to get Bryce Young. And then 3 days after that, it comes out that the owner, David Tepper, has been handing pieces of paper to coaches during the week with plays on them from other teams, saying, I want you guys to run that this week. Trying to call plays like he's playing Madden. So, Terry, everyone knows a fish rots from the head down. Is this Carolina Panthers franchise rotten all the way?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, just like Matt, your boy's tenure. He was pretty fucking bad. Shouldn't have ever been
seconds?
hired. 11 games. Should have been hired, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Tepper just loves to fire people, though, because he's done this with the other sports franchise that he acquired in Charlotte, the soccer team, right? If I'm not mistaken.
2 times. He's already gone through 2 soccer coaches and 2 football coaches. He's been the owner for 2 years.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, but a lot of people said he should have hired your boy Steve Wilkes, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the name? The guy before.
From Charlotte, actually had them winning games.
Last year, yep. They really fucked themselves. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know how to keep it, clean. They fucked themselves, and they're going to be really bad for the next 3 to 4 years because of this trade situation, the trade scenario. He even talked about, like you said, they were thinking about getting C.J. Stroud in the draft. I don't know if you said it or we talked about it before the pod, but don't say shit. Just shut up. Hire people. Let them do their job. Stop interfering. It's just not. It's not how you're supposed to coach. I mean, it's not how you're supposed to own a sports franchise. Like, I don't really understand what's going on down there. At this point, I'm kind of sick of talking about Charlotte sports. Unless we're talking about the soccer team, I don't really want to talk about the Panthers or the Hornets. They're just ran poorly. Tepper's a horrible owner. He has all this fucking money. He just gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. Sign a coach for a 6-year deal. He's this first or second richest owner in the NFL. He's like, what's 50 million? A rounding error? Who cares? Like, get him out of here. Give me a new coach. Money means nothing to him. When money means nothing, it's a problem. He needs to treat it like it means absolutely everything to him, and he's not doing that right now. So, Tepper, good luck.
How is this supposed to make Bryce Young feel? That
like shit.
11 games into your rookie season, the owner of the team comes out and was like, actually, our plan was to draft the other dude who's vastly outperforming you as the number 2 pick. Like, his parents are already like wearing Alabama gear to Panthers games. That's how sick the Bryce Young family is of all this. Buddy, it's been 2 months. Okay? You've only been here for a quarter of a year. It's just going to get worse.
Yeah, I don't know. It's troublesome, man. The Panthers have got some shit to do the next couple of years. And unfortunately, they don't have a first round pick coming up, but you might have to get rid of Brian Burns. I mean, Bryce Young might even be on the chopping block. You need to get some of these draft picks back. You need to acquire a lot of draft picks, and hopefully you don't miss on them. Bryce Young so far doesn't look like the answer, but they really haven't given him much around him. Trading DJ Moore in the package, not really getting a decent haul for CMC for Christian McCaffrey when they traded him.
Didn't even get his first round pick, dude.
Yeah.
Not a single first.
I don't really know what they're doing. I know, and he was like a top 4 running back. And I know, we like to diminish running backs, but you can't be talked out of giving away shit for a talent like him. But yeah, at this point, I don't know. Every single person you got that's good, get rid of them. Fuck it. Just acquire first round picks. You're going to be a bad team for the next 3 years.
Well, at least we know David Tepper is good at that, getting rid of people. Who's the next coach? See, reports came out saying that Greg Olson would be interested in the job if they offered it to him. Him and everyone else who has zero NFL coaching experience whatsoever would also be interested in having an NFL head coaching job.
Yeah.
I've heard the rumors swirling about Bill Belichick. Tepper writing him a nice fat check to come down from New England if things don't turn out as well as...
It was all Tom Brady. Don't get Bill. He's going to run these young kids into the ground. Don't do it. Look at Mac Jones. Shell of a man.
But my thing is like, all right, next season, they still have to pay Matt Rule $10 million.
Yeah.
And they have to pay Frank Reich $11 million.
He doesn't care about this, though.
Dude, are you going to be paying $35 million in one season to have your team be coached? Like, I feel like the Panthers either have to get a candidate that's on the cheap, like one of these Donald Sterling type moves where he's like, oh, I'll just make my GM some dude who's desperate for a job in the league and pay him the lowest salary 5 times that of anyone else. Or he's got to throw the bag out again, because what decent coaching candidate at this point looks at the Carolina Panthers and is like, I want to go there. Even though there's going to be 11 different jobs open this offseason, the Panthers is the one that I want. The one that has no draft picks, no skill position players on offense, are going to be mortgaging all the good players on their defense, and has an owner that is checking his phone every 5 minutes, listening to see what the Twitterverse has to say, and is handing you plays in the hallway talking about, yeah, let's see that against the Browns this week.
Yeah. New owner syndrome. Shout out to Bill Simmons. He coined that phrase a while ago. Just doing too much, man. Doing too much. Well, the reasoning for him hiring Frank Reich was very confusing. I forget exactly what it was. What was it? A dinner conversation with my wife?
Yeah.
Is why he hired Frank Reich. He was like, because I can take him to dinner and we can have a great conversation among peers. Are you fucking crazy? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
He's got equity here. He was a great backup quarterback in Carolina. Is that even a thing? Can you be a good backup quarterback? A great backup quarterback? If you're a great backup quarterback, you would have been a starter at some point.
There's no such thing as a great backup quarterback. A great backup quarterback, that means you got like Cam Newton or some shit, which you had. a couple years ago, but no biggie. I don't think he was a part of that fucking disaster. But still, they got some problems, and it's not going to be fixed minimum 3 years. So at this point, I wouldn't even hire anyone great. I'd do what the Colts did, like you said. Greg Olson, Saturday. Hire somebody who's never even watched football. Fuck it. Hire fucking Greg Popovich. Like, hey, Pop, want to coach some NFL football? See how it goes. Try something new. There's no need to continue to waste money. This team's going to be bad. It doesn't matter who you get as the coach.
At least the end Pop of the would try to get the fans to stop booing.
Nah, that's true. But at the end of the day, for this team, they're not going to be good. So I wouldn't waste $5 million on trying to get a great coach. There's no point. No one coach can fix this.
There's no point. There's no future. There's no draft capital coming in, and that number 1 pick is heading straight to Chicago.
1 in 10
participated in probably the worst Monday Night Football game I've ever seen.
Yeah, we should have lost it. Why do we keep winning games? I don't understand what's going on. This team...
You tried your best to lose it, Terry, in all fairness.
Shout out Justin Fields.
Y'all did give the ball away 4 times and still somehow managed to win this game.
So did the Vikings.
At this point, we're 11 weeks in. You guys got the number 1 pick. It's for sure going to Chicago. There's no way that Carolina is going to run off a bunch of wins at the end of the season.
The Patriots are pretty bad.
Are you sticking with Justin Fields, or are you in the camp of we should trade this guy and roll with, one of these top quarterbacks coming up in the draft?
I said whoever you get, I want a big haul back. Whoever you want to choose. Either you trade Justin or you trade Caleb Williams or whoever you want to draft. Use them as bait. Get a haul back. At this point, I don't know, man. I think the team is good. I think Fields is also not that bad, but he doesn't really Mooney and Moore are decent. The O-line is okay. The defense is okay, but I'm not sure if Caleb Williams is going to be the guy either, or Drake May, or these 24 to 25-year-old motherfuckers they keep talking about, Penix Jr. and Bo Nix or whatever the fuck. They're transfers from other schools who are old as fuck. I really don't know, but all I want is give me some first-round picks. I don't really have a choice for a quarterback right now, Garrett. I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't have one. We haven't had a good quarterback ever in the whole entirety of the franchise, so I don't believe in them getting another one. So I'm gonna give me a haul. Give me a haul. I'm not choosing a quarterback. Just give me a haul for one of them.
I like
whoever gets the best haul. That's who we choose.
You want to build the Bears like the Atlanta Falcons. The quarterback is just a cog in the machine.
Yeah, and we're San Francisco.
Yeah.
You guys suck, though.
I'm not too bad at that. I just don't understand how we're in the middle of year 3 of Justin Fields. And we still don't know if he's good or not.
Yeah.
We still have no clarity onto whether he's the future, whether he should get an extension. Are y'all going to franchise tag him for 3 years in a row to find out if he's good like they did with Kirk Cousins? My man has played 40-something NFL games, and I can't tell you if he's good or bad.
So you don't know if he's good or not? I think he's good. I think he's average. And, if everything around him is great, I think he can be very good. I don't think he's ever going to be, great, though. I think he can be very good. Now, Caleb Williams, I think he can be slightly better. But then again, you got to think about this shit. It's not only that we've drafted bad quarterbacks. It's also a really bad field to pass the ball in. The wind is fucking crazy coming off the lake. The weather's always bad. It rains a lot there. It's just not a passing environment. So, letting us get Caleb Williams and having him be the fucking saving grace. He's not going to be the saving grace unless we get fucking... I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. It's going to take us to get someone like that for it to get out of the funk. Chicago is just a tough place to be a quarterback. So I don't really know why we keep saying get Caleb Williams, man. He'll be the fucking answer. Have you seen him at USC? He holds on to the ball just as long as Justin Fields does. So I'm not sure.
And I don't think you have to worry about getting him anyway. There are reports that came out saying that he's put a mandate out to the Chicago Bears not to draft him and has warned them that he will go back to school and take that NIL money instead of playing for the Chicago Bears.
That's absolutely hilarious. You don't want to go to a top market Okay, cool. Go ahead, Caleb. Go back to college. Terry Sutton. Let me not do that. I'm not going to.
Come
Not
on
going
now.
to. Not going
Come on, dog.
I just blacked out and got pissed for a second. I apologize. I don't mean that, Caleb.
All those years of losing in Chicago is starting to take its toll, huh?
Oh man, a little bit NIL bag. Yo, let me just say something about this NIL shit. Not only when you go to the pros where you get a professional contract and salary, but also you have the endorsements. So you get more money when you go pro. You don't. Nothing better happens to you if you stay in college and get an NIL bag. You're gonna get more money when you go to the NFL. It doesn't matter.
But then you'd have to play for the Bears.
The Bears are a good franchise. If you think you're the guy, turn them around. DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney are not bad receivers. They're good. They're open all the time.
That's actually facts.
They're always open. Like, just throw them the ball. The fuck? Just get some O linemen and we'll be good to go.
Hey, man. Well, let's talk about some other guys who are always open. You put me onto this, that the Hall of Fame inductee list, the preliminary one of 25 names, has been set out for the class of 2024.
The hardest Hall of Fame ever, bro. Yeah.
Between 5 and 9 players can be inducted each year. They have to have
no. They said it's only 5.
I just read the rules or whatever.
9?
Between
Ooh.
5 and 9, and they each have to have at least 80% positive votes that they should be in.
Oh, so sometimes this can be like one person gets in and nobody else gets in. Got it.
And I think this year, as part of the 9, they have like 4 random honored, like some offensive coordinator and a fucking lifetime assistant coach award and stuff like that who are already guaranteed to get in. So there's really 5-6 spots.
Yeah.
So some of the names eligible. All right, I'll just read them off for you real quick.
Hell of a list.
Eric Allen, corner for the Eagles. Jared Allen, defensive end, famously for the Vikings.
We know him. Yep.
Willie Anderson, tackle for the Bengals and Ravens.
Big fella.
Tiki Barber, running back for the Giants.
Big name.
Anquan Bolden, wide receiver for the Cardinals.
Great.
Ravens, 49ers, Lions. Don't remember much of him for doing anything for the Lions, Terry.
No. No. 2016. Must have been Stafford, I guess.
Jari Evans, a guard for the Saints and Packers. London Fletcher, who played for the Rams, Bills, and Redskins and had a really long career.
Yeah. He was good.
Dwight Freeney for the Colts,
Excellent.
Chargers, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, and Lions.
Yeah, he was great for the Colts, though. For those 10 years he was there. Beast.
Antonio Gates just played for one team, the Chargers. It says Los Angeles Chargers. He didn't play one game for Los Angeles Chargers.
San Diego / LA.
Eddie George, the running back for the Houston Oilers and the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
James Harrison, Super Bowl winning linebacker for the
Defensive Player of the Year.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Also played for the Bengals and the Patriots. Rodney Harrison, safety for the Chargers and the Patriots.
Yep.
Devin Hester,
Big Dev.
Start as a returner, cornerback, and wide receiver for your Chicago Bears before playing with the Falcons.
One of the worst corners I've ever seen.
Torrey Holt, who was part of the greatest show on turf for that St. Louis Rams team.
Also
Andre Johnson.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Don't remember that.
No.
Andre Johnson, who played for the Texans, the Colts, and the Titans. Robert Mathis, who played for the Colts. Julius Peppers, who played for the Panthers, Bears, and Packers.
Yep.
Steve Smith Sr. Better put some respect on his name before he comes to find me. Who played for the Panthers and Ravens.
A lot of S's.
Fred Taylor, who played for the Jags.
Yep.
Hines Ward, who played for the Steelers. Ricky Waters, who's been nominated 55 years in a row and still is somehow on this list.
He retired in 01.
Right. Give it up, Ricky.
You're not getting in.
Reggie Wayne played for the Colts. Vince Wilfork, who played defensive tackle for the Patriots and Texans.
Yeah,
Patrick Willis, who played linebacker for the Niners. Bit of a shorter career, but a really nice prime.
He was good.
Darren Woodson, who played safety for the Dallas Cowboys. So, Terry, If you had to just pick 5 or 6 out of that list,
Yikes.
who are the men who you're inducted into this year's Hall of Fame?
All right, hold on. Let me try to dwindle this down to 10. Just let me knock some dudes off. So for me, Eric Allen's not getting it. He retired in 2001. Like, that shit's done. Ricky Waters is not getting it. He retired in 2001. That shit's fucking done, brother. Sorry. Fred Taylor. Love Fred Taylor. Love their fucking podcast, The Pivot. You know, formerly he was with Brandon Marshall and I Am Athlete. They got a big beef going on, but too many injuries, man. He was good, but just didn't last for me. Hines Ward, terrific fucking blocker, you know, but when I think about great catches, what's the greatest catch I've ever seen from Hines Ward? Can't remember it, you know?
It was a bubble screen.
Love him, but I can't give it to him.
And he was blocking for somebody else.
Robert Mathis. He was on the other side of the White Freeney for a long time, dude. But if we're thinking NFL Hall of Fame, that shit is tough, man.
He was the second banana.
Yeah.
For
you can't
the majority there.
I can't let him in. Then it kind of gets hard after that. Torrey Holt, I feel like gets shitted on too much. Like, he really deserves to get in, man, but it was only 9 years, bro. Like, if he would have played like 3 more years and still putting up decent numbers, I feel like he would have got in a lot sooner. But unfortunately, I got to cut him.
Okay.
Who else is left on this joint?
London Fletcher, that was an easy cut for me.
Yeah, I guess he's probably gone.
I know you played 18 years in the NFL, but I never really thought you were the best player at your position for 1 year.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think also, unfortunately, well, Willie Anderson's gone. Tackles, I don't even remember him being like the best tackle. And he played for the Bengals from 96 to 07. Like,
when they sucked.
Yeah. So it's not, sorry, buddy. Jahari Evans, though, he's interesting for the Saints. They won a Super Bowl, him and Drew Brees. Lockdown dude. I don't know. He was good. He was a good guard. I'm going to keep him there. Other person I would say is a tough cut for me, Jared Allen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to go.
He was really good for a long time, but I don't know if you're making this one.
Was he the best in his position? Second best in his position?
He was up there, for sure.
He's third. I'll give him third. I mean, it's tough because he played, it was like Dwight Freeney, Julius Peppers. I mean, those were the guys, bro.
Other guys that are in this class.
Yeah, I don't. Jared Allen's counting numbers, sacks wise, crazy, but it's a tough one. Besides that, I think I'm keeping everybody else, bro.
So who's your 5 to 6, man?
Eddie George is getting cut too. Who's in for sure?
Yeah, who's in? If you had to choose just 5 or 6, who's in?
Devin Hester.
Yup.
That's number 1.
We're aligned. You can't have the record for most return touchdowns ever and not be in the Hall of Fame. Like
Devin Hester's definitely in there. Second is Julius Peppers.
Yup.
Peppers has to go.
2 former Bears right off the top.
Yeah. And he was actually good with the Bears, even though he's a Carolina guy, but he was actually good with the Bears, and he was also decent with the Packers. Like his last year? Maybe did he do 2 years or 1 year with the Packers? He did 2 years with the Packers.
He did two or three actually. Yeah, he was stupid athletic even when he was 35 years old. Like he was still more athletic than everybody.
He's a fucking freak. That's when it kind of gets fucking hard after that, man. To be honest with you, like I like Rodney Harrison, but I don't. It's between like Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Darren Woodson, and Patrick Willis for me.
Wow.
And maybe Antonio Gates, but like when you think about Gates, it's just like I don't know, bro. He didn't do anything except for catch. Didn't Tony Gonzalez play at the same time as him? And Gronk was better than him. When you think about it,
I mean, Gronk is going to be in the Hall of Fame too. I have Antonio Gates in my list.
You got Gates in first ballot?
Hell yeah, he was the best tight end of his generation. Like for
first ballot, the best tight end of his generation. He played with Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was better than Tony Gonzalez.
No, he was not. Come on.
Yeah, he was.
Tony Gonzalez has way more touchdowns than him. No, I gotta check the numbers.
for my eyes, and I love Tony Gonzalez. Came to the Falcons, did a great job, but I thought Antonio Gates had.
That's crazy, bro. You know, Tony Gonzalez has like the 5th most passing or receiving touchdowns in your franchise's history, and he only played for y'all for a couple seasons.
I'm aware.
And you just out here saying Antonio Gates was the best fucking tight end of his generation? Come on, bro.
I think Antonio Gates was awesome. He's getting slept on a little bit now that, like, like you said, we got Gronk and Travis Kelce, but he's up there with the all-timers for me.
Wow.
James Harrison, for me, has to make this list. Like you said, Defensive Player of the Year, had one of the most iconic plays in the Super Bowl ever.
Probably the best ever. Yeah.
Right. It's like, come on, he did it in the biggest moments. He's tough as nails, embodied what that team is about. James Harrison has to be in for me. And then my last one, Steve Smith. I know.
Steve Smith sneaking in before Andre Johnson?
Yeah.
No way. Andre Johnson was the best receiver in the game.
Steve Smith is better than Andre Johnson. When he was at his peak, man, when he was taking fucking bubble screens 80 yards to the house, running through people. That whole team was trash except for Steve Smith, and he was getting double covered every play, and he still was putting up
If
crazy
you want to talk
numbers.
about trash teams, the fucking Texans, Andre Johnson put them on the map, dog. The Texans are horrible his whole career.
What map was that?
I mean, just to watch them at all, or to even think about a player on their team. Name another player on their team besides Carr.
Yikes.
Yeah, exactly. Or Matt Schaub. Like, he had horrible quarterbacks. All right, I think I'm going to give you Antonio Gates. He's got the most touchdowns all time. I'll give it to you for tight end. I'll give it to you.
Antonio Gates, James Harrison, Devin Hester, Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney, who I don't know if you mentioned or not. I feel like he has to be in the Hall of Fame. You know,
Julius Peppers.
Yeah, Julius in there too.
So what's that, 5?
So I got 6. Steve Smith, Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney, James Harrison, Devin Hester, Antonio Gates. That's my 6.
Damn. I swear to God, I feel like only 5 can get in. For some reason. Like, that's why the shit be so hard.
If that's the case, Steve Smith, we'll see you again next year.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be, because that's the thing about Steve Smith though. Because like James Harrison at least has a defensive player of the year. Gates has the most touchdowns all time by a tight end. Julius Peppers is up there and was one of the best at his position, and so was Dwight Freeney. And then the other person was Devin Hester, who has the most touchdowns by a punt returner and kick returner.
Yeah,
Steve Smith got no records. I don't think Steve Smith has any records. Also, Andre Johnson probably doesn't have any records, but
Steve Smith does have a record.
What record does he have?
Most
times bubble screens.
Most times fighting your own teammates in practice.
That doesn't put you in the Hall of Fame, bro.
It doesn't.
No. Yo, if I give you 2 names, who's better? Because apparently I heard Luke Kuechly was about to be up in a couple of years. You like Patrick Willis or Luke Kuechly more? Similar careers.
I love Patrick Willis, but it was like that shit was too short, man.
That's hella short. He was good though.
He was first team All Pro for probably 6 of those 7, but
he's gonna get in eventually.
I think the more interesting question is Patrick Willis or London Fletcher. Would you rather have a guy who only played 7 years but was at a super high level, or a guy who played 18 years and was solid?
I'm taking Willis, bro. London Fletcher, he doesn't do it for me, dog. Like, if you think London Fletcher, what team pops up in your head?
Redskins.
Exactly. So, me and you think the same thing. So, he played for the Rams for 3 seasons, and then he played for the Bills for 5, and we're like, nah, at the end of his career, London Fletcher. Like, that's when I really think about him. And then you got to think, you and I are in our 30s. In 1998, I'm 7, you're 8, maybe something like that. I mean, I remember watching the games. I just don't remember this guy at all. Only with the Redskins. 07 to 2013.
I only got room for the all-time greats in terms of the football that I watched in the 90s, and unfortunately, London doesn't make the list. The person I was surprised even got nominated was Tiki Barber.
It was just that big market shit, man. That's all.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be the same thing.
Was Tiki Barber ever a top 5 running back in the league?
I don't think so, but
For one season? Was he top 3?
A
Like,
top rusher?
I don't know, man. That one seems. Everyone knows Rondé Barber was better. I was just like a little
Rondé's in the Hall of
surprised
Fame,
on
if
that
I'm
one.
not mistaken, too, right?
Yeah,
I
as
think
he
so.
should be. Maybe that's why they're nominating Tiki. His
10,000
brother's
career
been
rushing yards.
making fun of him.
He's got 10,000 career rushing yards.
Oh, we gonna put Frank Gore in this bitch too?
He's got 17,000 total yards and 68 total touchdowns, but 53 fumbles.
Yikes!
Yeah, he's probably not ever going to get in unless it's like a really weak class, after like 9 years. But then when you think about the dudes coming up next, it'll be like Brady and Gronk. Those are locked. Calvin Johnson, if he's not already in.
Lock.
It's so many people going to be coming up. I don't know. JJ Watt's going to be coming up?
Hey man, he may end up being like Ricky Waters on his 25th year of trying to make it as a semifinalist into the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, dog. Yeah, because Ricky 01 is 2023. How many years do you get till you're gone?
Man, there should be a period like that. Like, listen, bro, if you didn't make it in 15 years, you're just not gonna make it. Like, sorry.
I think it's 25. I think you get 25.
Is it? Jesus Christ.
But like it's so many good dudes because right now, if you look at the players that are playing right now, like who's a fucking lock for you? Off the top, I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes.
Who's currently playing. Yeah, Mahomes.
Julio Jones.
Travis Kelce,
Tyreek Hill.
and fucking Julio might be I don't even think he'll be first ballot. He's gonna get in, but I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's a lock. And also Tyreek, I don't know if he's gonna be a lock, even though he's got some bowls on him.
I don't know. I think Tyreek's gonna be a lock.
1 Super Bowl. Yeah, the numbers are gonna be crazy because Drew Brees is gonna get in for sure. That's gonna be a 1. Oh, man, Adrian Peterson, he's not playing though, but he's gonna be a lock. Anybody defensively right now? That's a lock. Aaron Donald.
Calais Campbell, maybe.
Ooh, he's gonna be a London Fletcher situation.
You think so?
Yeah, probably. Aaron Donald for sure.
Oh yeah.
If TJ Watt stays healthy, the Bosa brothers, if they stay healthy, at least the one in San Francisco. I don't know about the Chargers guy. He keeps getting fucking hurt.
Your boy for the Browns, Myles Garrett, if he keeps it up.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, so I don't know, man. When you think about it, over the years, you better get your shit together or you're fucked. I think Tiki's just going to be one of those dudes that's fucked. Too many fumbles, bro. 53 fumbles?
Yeah. Sorry, man. All right, well, that's the definitive list according to the HLS pod. Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney, James Harrison, Devin Hester, Antonio Gates. Apologies to Steve Smith. Apologies to Torrey Holt. Apologies to who else did you? Andre Johnson. I think those are the closest guys.
Patrick Willis.
Yeah. Apologies to you and Jared Allen. You all maybe next year, guys.
And Woodson. I think Woodson's eventually going to get in.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you just have to wait a year. But apparently nobody told that to Josh Giddey, as the league is investigating that he had a sexual relationship with an underage girl. Terry, I don't know if you saw the post circulating around social media, the little Snapchat photos of her in the bathroom mirror with Josh Giddey with the caption, "I just fucked Josh Giddey." I don't know how old she is. With her being a minor, her name has not been released to the public. But I can tell you from the photo, she doesn't look like no college student. I can at least tell you that.
So here's the thing, bro. It's all alleged. We don't know shit. I really don't know much. It looks like... What if
it's not alleged. He fucked this girl. The question is, was she 17 or 16?
We don't know if they fucked. Who said that?
They standing naked together in the mirror with the caption, "I just fucked Josh Giddey," and he's smiling like a fucking goof.
I ain't see that photo. That's a wild photo. That's out in the atmosphere right now?
Yeah,
You looked at it?
it got taken down from Twitter.
I was about to say, you looked at that? Arrest this man. Arrest
Yeah.
this man right now
Well,
on the
I
pod.
looked at it before it came out that she was underage, and people were just like, "Josh Giddey is wilding out here." And then the NBA started investigating it, and Twitter was like, "All right, let's take this shit down."
Twitter, the fucking authority of Twitter. Twitter has like whole ass movies on there. Dog, Twitter has whole ass movies, whole ass porn movies, whole ass regular movies, whole ass NBA Finals games. They got everything on there. As long as you catch it quick enough, you
Not
can catch
this
some
bitch.
wild shit. Oh yeah, she's on. I mean, that's underage. But bro, but when I was doing some research on this shit, the age of consent in Oklahoma. Do you know what that is?
16.
Yeah,
What? I was joking.
no, it's 16. Wild, bro, bro.
What?
Yeah. 16 is the age of consent in fucking Oklahoma, bro. That is absolutely insane. We need to move the sports franchise out of that state immediately. Like, what is going on?
Bro,
But
that's
that
like
means-
a sophomore or a junior in high school.
That is it could be both, depending on when you get there. Because I was because you were a senior at 17, right? And you turned 18.
Yeah, but I
the
was
same way.
I was super young for my joint.
Yeah, because I was 17, then I turned 18.
No. I turned 18 in college. I was 16 as a senior, and I turned 17.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. So you were on the young side. God. 16's a new 18 in Oklahoma.
Wait a minute. So if 16 is the age of consent in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and the NBA is investigating the fact that he had sex with an underage girl, that means that they suspect that she was 15.
But are we sure she was in Oklahoma?
Oh, now that's a good question.
That's the thing. We don't know a lot of this shit for Josh Giddey. You know?
Kitty.
We don't.
I
Oh,
see
did
what
I?
you did
Shit.
there.
Freudian slip. Freudian
Josh
slip.
Kitty for the rest
My
of his
bad.
career. For the rest of your career, my guy.
Slob wizard. God.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to revoke that nickname, too.
Woo-wee. Yeah, that's gonna be done. Damn, Giddey.
How is he playing right now while they're investigating this?
Because
don't you think that's a little bit of bad taste by the Oklahoma City Thunder to continue to play him when he's investigated for having sex with a 15-year-old and then bragging about it on Snapchat?
See, that's the thing though, because you say 15. Some other, applications or publications are saying 17. So we don't really know. Plus the age of consent in Oklahoma is 16. And they don't
so
even
for
know
it to be
where
illegal, she's got to be 15.
That's not, but they don't know where it was. They don't know how old she is. They don't know who the girl is.
Oh,
we don't know her name.
They already been found this bitch from the pictures on Twitter and everything like that.
Yeah, but like actual reputable publications that actually do the news have to get credible sources in order to report about it. That's why no one's reported about it. Everybody on Twitter could just say whatever they want. We can be like, "Oh, this bitch was actually 7. He fucked a 7-year-old." Like we're not going to get in trouble for it. But New York,
I think she was 15, man, and I'll tell you why.
Allegedly.
Because if she wasn't, he would have said she's older. He would have been like, "No, I saw her driver's license. She's 17." He would have answered some questions.
He said that.
No, I'm saying he didn't say shit. They asked him, and he goes, "I have no further comment at this time."
I was about to say
it's an ongoing investigation, and I can't contribute to any blah blah blah. We're still gathering all the facts. If she was 17, he would have been like, "Listen, y'all, you're tripping. The bitch was 17 years old. I saw her driver's license." He didn't say none of that.
Duh. If you were his advisor, you wouldn't say shit either. Like, hey, don't say anything. We don't know anything. Because first of all, what if he met her in the 21 and up club? Everybody in that club supposed to be 21. That's not my fault. Well, what I'm supposed to do? Ask for her ID after that?
Yup. This bitch looks
21.
young. Bro, you an NBA
He's 21
player.
himself.
Quit being stupid.
He just turned 21. Come on, bro. You gonna act like you asked for any single girl's ID ever? Have you?
Yeah. Yes. Have you never done that?
No. Why? I was 20 something.
Because I think you lying about your age. That's why.
I've never thought that somebody was lying about their age. And plus,
Oh,
if you
wow.
were in a 21 and up spot, I would never like be like, oh, they got a fake. I mean, I know you had fakes back in the day, but like, it's not. It's
Dude,
not
I
rampant.
remember when we used to go to Turtle in Maryland?
Yeah, we just used to use somebody's ID.
Yeah, one of the girls, first night I went there, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. I've been coming here since I was 15."
Newport Beach Police. Go ahead.
After I heard
Sorry.
that, I was like, if you on the borderline, if you questionable, you got to pull that ID up.
Nah, that's facts. But hold on.
But it's one thing when you're a teenager. This motherfucker ain't 17 no more. He's like 21 years old.
He's 21 now. He turned 21 in October.
Yeah, you can't be doing the same things that you were doing when you were 18 and 19 when you're 21, bro.
Yeah. See, that's the thing too. Like, some people are saying it happened in California. Some people are saying it happened in Oklahoma. That's a tough one.
He better hope this shit happened in Oklahoma. I'll tell you that much.
If it's in California, he might be fucked. But because I'm sure, shit, if California could raise their age of consent to 21, they would. California is fucking, they're so strict on everything. They're liberal as fuck. I fuck with them though, but 18 is fine. 16 is crazy. 17 is also fucking crazy. If you're a 21-year-old man, even if you're 20, honestly,
bro,
I was
they should
20,
just do it by like, are you in fucking high school? Are you out of high school and are you in high school? All right, there we go.
Yeah.
It's that simple. If you're
He's
a college dude or a college age dude who's fucking high school chicks, like that's a problem.
Yeah,
if you're an NBA dude who's 21 years old, who's like, most people graduate college when they're 21, 22. What the fuck are you doing with a junior or a sophomore in high school? Like, come on, let's use some common sense.
I think that, everybody was saying allegedly she was a junior, which is fucking insane.
Yikes!
Yeah. I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Like,
Slob Wizard. That's her name now.
Here's the thing we need to know. We need to know how many times after that one time did they meet up? Because if it was more than once, where'd you meet her at?
Oh, no.
Where'd you meet her at after that? That's what we need to know. That question. What's the question you need answered? I need to know that. How many times did y'all meet up after the first night? And it was the first night at that club that we saw. That's the only video I saw of the girl. You said you saw a picture or whatever, but I only saw that one picture where they're at the club together.
Yeah. It's bad when he fucks her again after she was like, I gotta hurry up. I'm gonna be late for homeroom. And he was like, nah, girl, it's fine. That's when we know we have a problem.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of unanswered questions. And everybody going after all the journalists and shit saying they ain't talking about Josh Giddey. Look, bro, we don't know anything. I can't report shit I don't know. Shout out to Malika. As soon as Malika knows, she better trash his ass. I'll tell you that. As soon as we find that out, Malika, get on the case. Or we after your ass too. Heard it here.
What we really need is Carissa Thompson so she can give us the cold hard facts.
Oh, guess what? Nothing happened to her, by the way. Gone.
Congratulations. Speaking of nothing happened to people, do you see Russell Westbrook got in yet another altercation with a fan?
I didn't see the video, but I heard about it. It looked like he was pissed though, like in the freeze frame photo I saw.
All this talk about like what my name stands for, and it's my kid's name too, and you're not going to disrespect my name. Yeah. You can't shoot. You shoot bricks. Your last name is Westbrook. People are going to call you West Brick. All right.
Yeah, Skip Bayless.
Like, I think you need to develop a little bit more thicker skin. Now, if they're making like, actual jokes about your kids that are in elementary school or something like that,
that's crazy.
That's another thing. But calling you West Brick, like, grow the fuck up, man.
Make a three.
Develop some tough skin. Learn to shoot that, maybe.
It's too late now. He's 35.
Dude, this is like his... somebody for The Athletic, like, cataloged it. It's like his 13th or 14th fan interaction. Where
fan altercation?
Fan altercation. At some point, bro, it's not the fans. It's you.
Yeah, it is a lot. 14 is a lot.
You know how much these NBA tickets cost? Like, you go to a Clippers-Lakers game, and you're sitting close enough for Russell Westbrook to hear you. I should be able to call you Westbrook.
Oh, for sure. You should be able to say most things. You know, some shit should be off, but a lot of things I should be able to say. If
You
I
should
pay
be-
in thousands,
Yeah.
for sure.
And Paul George and Russell Westbrook coming out being like,
Paul George is so
how,
soft.
How would you like it if I came to your work and belittled you while you were trying to do your job? I wouldn't mind so much if I was getting paid $40 million. If I got to coach soccer in front of 50,000 people every single night. I don't know. I might expect some of those 50,000 not to like me.
No, I hear you for sure. For sure. I don't know. It's just funny. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, like, if I saw him, if we were playing a pickup game with Russell Westbrook, right? And he's hitting fucking jumpers, I'd be talking shit to him. I'd be like, the fuck you hitting these jumpers for now? You should have hit them shits in the NBA. Why are you hitting that fucking pickup game? Fuck you.
Dude,
I hope get in a fight.
I hope somebody who wants a problem goes to one of these Clippers games. Somebody who's about that action and is ready, a real Debo type, and they yell Westbrook in his face all game and see what happens. Because if you notice, every single time it's been a dude that Russell Westbrook knew that he could intimidate. I'd like to see him try to do this to somebody who's coming at the game who's really about that life.
Yeah, I don't know.
See if he keeps that same energy.
This one is whatever. The altercation he had in Utah when he was like threatening the girl and the guy. Yeah. That's when I was like, all right, he's fucking screws loose a little bit.
Remember when he took that dude's phone and fucking threw it down the tunnel?
No, I don't remember that, but that's hilarious. Both of us know he's not all the way there. Dude, he's not all the way there.
It's just like these NBA players and coaches, man, it's starting to get on my nerves how soft this is becoming. Because, like...
you didn't like the pop shit, too? With Kawhi?
No, I didn't like that either. Like, they're booing Kawhi Leonard. This dude faked having an injury for a year and a half. He got his own team of doctors to say that he was injured when everyone who worked for the team was like, he's fine. He can play. He was like, no.
Of course the team is going to say that.
I hired my own... They let him sit out for so much time. He invented load managing. That was
You trust the team doctor? No, that was LeBron. LeBron did that first.
Bro, it was a whole damn team of people. And he was like, yeah, we did MRIs and it concluded your muscle's fine. He was like, well, actually, I got my own MRI taken. And they looked at the exact same thing and said that I can't play. And after doing that for a year and a half, they get DeMar DeRozan back.
Yep.
As the centerpiece of a trade for Kawhi Leonard. The very next season, Kawhi wins the championship.
Yep.
And the San Antonio Spurs fans are supposed to greet this dude back home with open arms, like he's the prodigal son.
They should always boo him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they should always boo him. They should boo him every time. I think Pop was just like, "Hey, man, shut up."
For those of you who don't know,
40 on us.
While he was getting booed at the free throw line, Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs, grabbed the PA mic for in-stadium announcing and admonished and shamed all of the fans for booing Kawhi Leonard. No, so that's not what we do here. Actually, it is what the fuck we do here. Because we haven't won shit since he left.
Pretty much. Haven't really been talked about until you drafted Wembanyama, so shout out to him, man. Hey, boo him. Boo Kawhi. LeBron, get booed in Cleveland. Before he got, the Cleveland chip. I'm going to boo your ass. If you got traded, or if you left, we're going to boo you. Kevin Durant, OKC. Boo. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, they're going to do it.
If you chose to leave and had a drawn-out process about, like, how I don't want to be here, like, I'd boo Al Horford if he walked in my kitchen.
Denver used to boo Melo.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Where have we gotten to that it's like, this is beyond the pale. This isn't who we are as people. This isn't what our franchise stands for. They hurt his feelings by booing him. They called him Russell Westbrook. Like,
yeah, you're right, bro. I'm with you.
The way the Clippers have been playing, they should have thrown bricks on the floor. Fucking foam bricks like the Tony Hawk ones that he has in his pit and everything, so you're not going to get hurt. I would have thrown the whole foam pit at him. You lost to the Denver Nuggets without Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You let DeAndre Jordan go for 25 and 15 and Reggie Jackson go for 30 and 10 in a must-win in-season tournament game. That whole floor should have been covered with bricks.
Now you're right. Fire Pop. Get him out of there. He's corrupted Wembanyama anyways. He's got fucking Jeremy Schwann playing point guard. Like, get him out of there. What's he doing back there anyways? Just dumb shit? Get this guy out of here.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
out.
if he's trying to get like number one picks back to back or what the deal is, but like, bro, it
should be illegal. You got Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 games, man. Like, we know Jeremy Sohan isn't a point guard. Did you see the other night where they had a 3-on-1 break and he threw it to fucking Trey Jones in the corner instead of throwing the alley-oop to Wembanyama? And Trey Jones caught the shit, was like, the fuck, man? Throw the alley-oop. And he threw the alley-oop himself from the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a point at all. I don't get it. But, let's see how it goes. Would you fire Pop if, like, the Spurs go, like, 19 and, whatever the fuck?
Nah, you can't fire Pop. Come on,
bro. 19 wins, though? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it is crazy. But it seems like he's trying to do this on purpose, man.
Their over-under's 29.5.
This is like when the Oklahoma City Thunder would be up 8, and they're like, uh-oh, Pokuševski, come in and take 15 shots real quick. We need to improve those lottery odds.
So you think they're not trying to win?
Nah, that you can't be. You can't be trying to win if you're playing a damn center at point guard.
You see, like that's the thing too. Like my thing is like, you already suck. You're gonna get like if Victor Wembanyama, let's just say he's LeBron, right? It doesn't matter who you draft. He's gonna make him better. Just try to win the games. You know what I'm saying? If he's supposed to be like one of the best talents ever, you don't have to try to suck again to get another pick. Like, just play basketball.
Yeah, you guys are not going to have to try to suck. You already suck.
You're going to be bad. They're trying, though. They're worse than Memphis. They're like 3-14 or some shit.
Are they worse than Memphis?
Yeah, I'm literally looking at it right now. They're 3-14.
Memphis was 3. Yeah, what is Memphis? 3-13?
Yeah, they just played one less game.
Jesus Christ.
But
speaking about Memphis, I saw Jaren Jackson Jr. the last 10 games shooting 29% from the field, averaging less than a block a game.
That Team USA shit is getting to him.
It's not having a big to play next to, man. I'm telling you. Steven Adams did all that fucking dirty work that allowed him to roam around and be a damn pterodactyl.
Oh, yeah, no. We know he's not a big now. Especially after the Team USA shit, though. Especially. I'm just pointing that out specifically because, like, getting 4 and 5 rebounds in international play is crazy.
Stay fouling. The Grizzlies trying to miss the play.
But they got Bismack, though. They got Bismack.
Dog!
They got Big Biz. The Biz ain't big enough?
Yo, speaking of fouling out and getting ejected, you see Chris Paul got ejected once again by Scott Foster?
Bro, they should have been stopped this Scott Foster shit from happening. Like, I don't understand this. How is he still reffing Chris Paul's games?
I don't get it.
How did he even get a chance to ref Chris Paul in the finals? Twice.
I don't get it. I really don't. I think he's got to have some dirt on somebody. Like, either that or everybody knows that he was part of the Tim Donaghy scam. And he's like, if y'all fire me, I'm going to put everything out there. I'm going to show the receipts where Donald Stern allowed this shit to go down. I'm going to show how you guys covered this shit up and pinned it all on one referee, even though all of us were doing it. I'm going to make the entire public lose trust in the NBA. I think it's got to be something that deep. Because Chris Paul wins fucking 68% of his games for his career when he plays in the NBA. And with Scott Foster, it's like 17%. And he's gotten thrown out of about a third of those. It's been like 100 game sample size at this point. Like, I think we've all seen enough. And then Chris Paul, do you hear what he said Scott Foster said to him before he threw him out?
No, what did he say?
He said he was talking shit about Chris Paul's kids. That's all he kept yelling. He had to be escorted off the floor by Draymond Green, of all people, the peacemaker, the level-headed wise sensei, as he's screaming over and over again, keep my kids' names out your mouth. He's talking about my fucking kids.
Nah, so apparently, I was listening to Gilbert Arenas' podcast, and he said, apparently, Scott Foster and them were driving up to the game, all the refs together, blah, blah, blah. Chris Paul's kid was playing in the street or some shit. And he was like yelling at his kid to like get the fuck out of the way, like dead ass, like he was a fucking like adult, like get the fuck out of the road. What the fuck are you doing? Type of shit. And Chris Paul was standing right there, and that's how it kind of started to go downhill from there. This was a couple of years ago or whatever. I don't know if Scott Foster said anything during this game. That'd be crazy.
Well, that's what Chris Paul was saying. That's what Chris Paul was saying, because that's all he said after the game. That's what he was yelling while he was on the court. Mike's picked it up. Like, come on, man. If we're at the point, like, this warrants a reaction that Russell Westbrook is actually giving off. If a referee in the game is making fun of your kids, you should be fucking heated. And the NBA, at some point, you got to step in, man.
Yeah.
We've seen too much of this. Like,
this shouldn't be a conversation.
We don't need another Joey Crawford in the league, dude. The referees all suck in the NBA. There's maybe 2 good ones in the entire league. All the good ones retired or got arrested for corruption. Like,
yeah,
just have bad refs. Commit to it. If we don't, if we got to get rid of Scott Foster, we're gonna be A-okay.
So Chris Paul's overall record with Scott Foster is 3-17,
bruh,
and 1-13 in the playoffs.
Dude, he's affectionately called the extender. Every time that he does a playoff game, the team that's losing wins that game and extends the series.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's easy money for bettors. And I'm sure the bettors have already kind of caught on to this shit. But if Scott Foster's reffing Chris Paul,
yeah. Oh.
Going for the other team. Putting big money on him, too.
100%. And even Scott Foster's doing it.
Still.
My thing is, like, I shouldn't know your name. Right? If you're a ref in the NBA and I know your name, that's a problem. Because that means that you've been embroiled in controversy far too often.
Yeah. No, a fan shouldn't know the ref's name. But it's like, because we don't have NBA media credentials. So I shouldn't know fucking Scott Foster. And the dude from Boston last year, I think they fired him. Or he retired. I can't remember, which one it was. But remember the dude who didn't call that foul on LeBron or whatever?
Oh, that caused sleepless nights? That one? LeBron got that motherfucker fired? What?
He either retired or he resigned or he got fired. But he doesn't ref in the NBA anymore. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of egregious. But I don't know. And then also, apparently, I heard that Scott Foster, his best friend is the NBA refs, I think like associate, what do you call it? The Refs Association? It's like the NBA PA, but for the refs or whatever. Yeah,
the president of the Refs Association. Is that what you're talking about?
Scott Foster's best friend.
Of course it is. They were probably making parlay bets together 10 years
ago. Hey, Scott. Let's take a peek under the hood. Adam Silver, fire him. I want to know. Fuck it. Chris Webber should have a championship by now.
Oh, they don't want that. They don't want to peek under the hood. If we
what they going to do? They going to sanction them like they try to do Man City? Or deduct Everton 10 points for doing the same shit Man City did, but Man City's got enough money to pay it off? I mean, what we're doing here?
Bro, if they try to peek under the hood, Scott Foster's going to rip the entire hood off the car and expose that there's a den of possums living next to the carburetor.
Dude, here's the thing. It's the same thing with the Carissa Thompson shit for me. What is going to be the big deal? We already know y'all was cheating.
Collusion on behalf of the league. Like, intention of maybe a mandate to have certain superstar players advance in the playoffs.
I think dead body's worst scenario.
Maybe. Dead body. I mean, David Stern literally said, I know where all the bodies are buried.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he did say that. Then he died.
Yeah. So.
RIP to the GOAT, though.
I wouldn't rule anything out at this point.
I think if we're just being realistic, and this is all alleged, but realistically, I think the worst case scenario would definitely be like you said, it would be point shaving for me. Like dudes.
Well, we already know they do that. That's not even, that's the best case scenario.
That'd be crazy if it was a lot of the refs though. Like if it was like 30% of the refs doing that shit. You'd be like, damn, bro, like that's a lot of money. If I was like an actual sports bettor who did it for a career, I'd be suing the NBA.
Bro,
hey, man, you owe me like $150 million.
And that's why they don't want to let this shit to get out, because it would bankrupt the entire league. All these class action lawsuits and shit. So people trying to get old tickets back.
How do we get rid of Scott Foster? He's got to go. Like, you can't have personal vendettas versus players. It was the same shit when they were doing the reffing thing with Allen Iverson. When the refs were like, we're just not going to call shit on AI because he's pissing us off.
You got to have somebody go undercover with a wire. You know what I mean? Have
somebody's crib?
Nah, have somebody in the limo with Scott Foster while they get the windows rolled up and he's talking shit about Chris Paul's son. He's you know what I mean? Like, we need to hear...
Somebody on Twitter, get on that.
At some point, Scott Foster's been like, shit, I can do whatever I want. I'm fucking untouchable. I was here back in the Stern era. I know where all the bodies are buried, too. This, that, and the other. Then release the audio.
If he ever says some shit like that, I think Adam Silver's just going to fire him. He's like,
let's
you
just
don't know
change
shit.
the DNA and say that he fucked this girl instead of Josh Giddey.
Nah, Silver's gonna be like, you don't know shit. You're fired. See you later. Then all of a sudden, Scott Foster dead in a jail cell. Wait, what? What happened? Him and what's the dude who died in that jail cell? Who did the fucking kid shit on the island? What was his name?
Malone?
Did you say Karl Malone?
Yep. Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Big up. Yeah, I don't know. It's a problem, but it's unfixable at this point. If he's still reffing his games, I mean, we already know what he did some fucking crazy shit. So it is what it is, guys. Either deal with it or it's done. Magnets. I told you about the magnets they be turning on for the games.
Oh yeah,
on the rims with the ball. The motherfuckers like, hey, turn it on. They can't win this game. Robert Horry for 3.
Anytime the Hawks get up 8 to 12 points, there's going to be 4 back-to-back foul calls.
No offense, they're not fixing Hawks games. Okay, I'm sorry. They got their best officiating crew on the Hawks. Maybe, you know what? The only game they fixed was when the ref stepped on Trae Young's foot with his army boots and bruised his fucking bone. That's when that might have been a game they fixed. They were like, we need Giannis to win this league, finals and MVP. That's why they put Scott Foster on Game 3. Why else would they not put Scott Foster on Game 3 of the NBA Finals if Chris Paul was beating them 2-0? The Suns were up 2-0 versus the Bucks.
Not if I have anything to say about it, says Scott Foster.
Game 3, baby. I think they lost by 20.
Yep. Chris Paul had 6 points.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Well, guys.
That's it.
This has been another great episode of the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. We will not have an episode this Friday as I will be locked up in a hotel from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day getting my C license for soccer. But we will be back on Tuesday to recap the Eagles 49ers game, which might be the game of the year in the NFL.
That might be a good one. Oh, Eagles-Bills is a good game too. But yeah.
The beginning of the NBA in-season tournament, which has already been nailed down to
quarterfinals,
8 teams.
Right?
Yep, already into quarterfinals. And we didn't even get a chance to talk about Barcelona making it past the group stage of the Champions League for the first time in 3 years.
Who cares? You get knocked out in the fucking knockouts. No biggie. Yeah, I'm out. I'll be in Charleston anyways, so good thing you're doing that. I'll be in Charleston for my birthday. So peace out, fuckers. We'll see y'all till next time. Chat. Fuck you guys. No, I'm just playing. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video.
In the words of Josh Giddey, I'm 9.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.